So at that time, while Nokia was at the peak of its hardware, but they were also anticipating that these services will change the world, and we respect various perspectives and understand the customer's needs both
Mm-hmm.
creatively, and we also and also from a need perspective of the customer.
Worked with companies like, Canon to Microsoft to Nokia, SAP, Tata Communication. So a very different culture, ethos,
Existed. So there was an anticipation in Nokia
Mhm.
that there will be these things will change the landscape of how consumers behave and all.
Welcome to Icons Behind Brands. And hi, this is Devleena, your host, and I'm back with one more special episode on Icons Behind Brands today. Today, we have a special guest with me whose impact on the global business landscape is remarkable. Joining us, Mr. Sandeep Nagpal, who is a Vice President Marketing at Cvent. Over 30 years of experience, worked with companies like Microsoft, Nokia, SAP, and Tata Communication. A warm welcome to you, Sandeep, on Icons Behind Brands.
Thank you, Devleena. Pleasure is mine.
Giant companies. Would love to know about your journey.
I started my journey in about 93.
Okay.
Um, Initial years were more brick and mortar, being a mechanical
Mm-hmm.
engineer,
Okay.
more of brick and mortar industry. And then even there, I was working for some of the pivotal, some of the great brands like Honda and New Holland tractors and all this stuff, right? But
Okay.
the first pivotal moment I would say that came to my marketing career, so to say,
Mm-hmm.
was when I took the role in Microsoft in the year 2000, right?
Okay.
So that was a changing moment of life because I was changing my career. Nokia was a
Okay.
very interesting move because
Mm-hmm.
Nokia actually gave me an opportunity to head a startup within the company, right?
Oh.
I was heading the business mobility in Nokia's world, and
Mm-hmm.
that actually fueled a lot of entrepreneurial spirit into me. And I
Right.
was actually
Mm-hmm.
building the business from the scratch, building the team,
Right.
building the
Okay.
product, taking it to market,
Mm-hmm.
commercializing it. So it
Mm-hmm.
kind of got me, the real entrepreneur in me, in some sense, right? Existed. So there was an anticipation in Nokia
Mm-hmm.
that there will be these things will change the landscape of how consumers behave and all this stuff, right? So we were
Mm-hmm.
ahead of the time, and we were actually building solutions on feature phones and getting ready for smartphones for all these solutions.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, while Nokia was at the peak of its hardware, but they were also anticipating that these services will change the world, and I was part of that strategic initiatives group, which was founded by the board of Nokia, where some solutions were supposed to be built for business mobility.
Okay.
And so I was actually building those solutions from India for the world,
Mm-hmm.
for like SaaS-based solutions and
Right.
feature phone and the smartphone-based solutions.
Mm-hmm.
And we first time commercialized those solutions in the country.
Okay.
And that actually gave me a lot of experience. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
experience from a perspective of how to conceptualize a product like that, how
Mm-hmm.
to price a product like that, how to position a product which never existed or service that never existed in the
Mm-hmm.
industry, right? How to build a team around that, kind of make them believe in the product and solution. So I think
True.
that was very, very interesting without being an entrepreneur and putting my own money.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was
Yes.
actually being an entrepreneur in a company, and I had to
Mm-hmm.
justify the funds,
True.
right? So
True.
those were the very, very interesting times.
Lovely. So that's what, Sandeep, I have seen many companies which has experimented few things a little early than when the market was ready. So do you think coming into this space, at a very early stage. Was that helpful? Was that a, good thing, or that was a challenging thing for you to, create that market for you?
Yeah, I think no, I think it happens in many companies' life, right? Some of them are visionary organizations who can who can anticipate the market in advance and then build the market. It was a little sudden that the Nokia probably didn't exist after within a very short span of time. Otherwise, I had no doubt that the vision was very right, and I think it is proven that whatever we were
Mm-hmm.
trying to do is today the norm in the industry, right?
Correct.
So all those solutions are available, existing, all the phones are using that. So we were like little ahead of time. Probably if the company existed for some more time, they probably could
Yes.
have been
Done a
this thing. But
brilliant
but
job.
that's
Yes.
everybody has its own destiny. So is ours, and
Yes. Yes, yes.
that's how it
But
works.
Nokia's vision was like, it was mind blowing, and it
Oh
has
yeah.
shaped a huge part of the market. As per you, like design thinking in marketing is important. So, how do you see this? What is the role of design thinking in marketing strategies, and how it influence, the innovation at Cvent, very particularly?
So design thinking's principle actually puts you in the customer's shoes and start, whether it is a product design or a marketing campaign design or anything else that we do for the customer, even for that matter, customer support or service or customer success, all of them, if we start putting designing of that service
Mm-hmm.
with the customer in mind, that actually helps build the solution for the customer. We respect various perspectives and understand the customer's needs both
Mm-hmm.
creatively, and we also and also from a need perspective of the customer.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I would say, I'll give you an instance, right? For
Okay.
example, when pandemic happened, right,
Mm-hmm.
almost all of event industry was at a standstill, right? We innovated with the customer and responded to the customer at that time by providing a virtual event solution. And not only not only did we provide a virtual event solution, we also brought the customers together for our largest event ever in a virtual environment, which was attended by more than 40,000 people. So
Oh,
that
wow.
proved the point that our solution is ready, even
Right.
if the pandemic, unfortunately, pandemic was very severe, and people were
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep their businesses on and all of the stuff, right? So we kept the customer in mind that there is a need for the customer, and then we work with the customer to prove the point that this
Mm-hmm.
is how you could actually keep your business on
Business
by
ahead.
using the virtual solution.
Worked with companies like, Canon to Microsoft to Nokia, SAP, Tata Communication. So a very different culture, ethos, objectives, working with different teams and different companies, and in Cvent as well. So I want to understand, what is the common marketing principle that you have found over the period of time, in your journey, that is like kind of universally effective?
Crafting the compelling value proposition as a marketer for
Okay.
that person, right? So distilling our offers into a very clear, compelling value propositions is an essential part of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about what we offer, but how we uniquely solve the customer's problems and enrich their lives. I
Oh,
think that's the second most important thing that I would say. So understanding deeply the customer, then creating and crafting value proposition. Then I think one thing that I've come across in the modern marketing is leveraging data-driven insights,
okay.
right? So uh,
Important.
in today's very data-rich or data chaos environments,
Yes,
insights are our compass,
true.
right? By harnessing the data-driven analytics, we can uncover a lot of trends, anticipate needs, make some informed decisions pretty swiftly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this empowers us to pivot very effectively and
Mm-hmm.
staying responsive to the evolving markets. So I
Right.
think data-driven insights is, I would say, the third. Maybe there is one more which I can probably add, which is the agility, right? So
Okay.
agility to adapt is important.
I want to understand from your side, Sandeep, what are the most effective strategies you have found for marketing technology product, specifically for both B2B and B2C audience?
All audience require, and all strategic approaches require emphasis on clarity of value proposition, having validated that, and personalized engagement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So clarity of value proposition is one of the strategy that you have to adopt, whether it is B2B, B2C, doesn't matter, right?
Okay.
Uh, Clearly defining the unique value of our technology solutions, or you specifically talking about marketing technology products. So
Mm-hmm.
so clearly articulating the unique value proposition is critical. For example, I would say Slack effectively communicates how messaging platform enhances the team collaboration and productivity,
Right.
right?
Right.
See, event diagramming, for example, we do event
Mm-hmm.
diagramming. We
Mm-hmm.
provide event planners with virtual ways to explore event venues, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is particularly valuable when the physical events, physical visits to the venues are limited, whether it
Yes.
is because of the pandemic or because of the budgeting concerns. You don't
True.
have budgets to go and visit specific venues. You could still see the venue, and so we are articulating it very clearly for the customer that this is my value proposition, that this is how you could still visit virtually a
Right.
venue to do
Correct.
to
Mm-hmm.
do your recce or whatever, right? The second part is educating uh, and addressing the pain points. So
Okay.
educating the customer is very critical, right? A lot of times you assume that the customer knows everything, but I think it's important. They may have the need, but they may not know what is the best solution for their need.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, educating and education content is very crucial as a part of our strategy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So addressing the specific pain points, and you should establish your authority and trust with the customers,
Right.
irrespective whether it is B2C, B2B. Again,
Okay.
coming back to the technology
Mm-hmm.
product, for example, most of the other companies, if you think about even the automation company like HubSpot, right, provides a
Mm-hmm.
lot of content on educating the customers about, the automation and CRM and those kind of things, right? We at Cvent also offer a lot of robust training and certification program to our
Mm-hmm.
hotelier friends
Mm-hmm.
and the corporate friends who can leverage the skill and build their skills and tools around our products. So
Mm-hmm.
and also understand how to best effectively manage a hospitality's situation, or a problem, or a whether it is banqueting problem, or a room block problem for the hotels, or event diagramming, as I said, or the event technology related products, where how to effectively manage your events. So we do have our own um, uh, training and certification programs as a part of our
Oh,
education, right? So
nice.
that's what we do. So that is another strategy. Always build an ecosystem of providing education,
Mm-hmm.
effective with an effective communication to your customers.
Often, leaders, we find it off balance at times. I want to understand your perspective here. How do you balance the strategic thinking side with execution focus in your leadership approach?
I think getting the team to believe in the philosophy that you believe in
Correct.
is the first thing, right? So it
Mm-hmm.
is, if your team believes in what you're thinking and what you're painting the picture, and you have the larger vision and scheme of things,
Mm-hmm.
as a first thing, the team has to believe in your vision, and for that
Mm-hmm.
reason, you have to have the right team, and you have to
Mm-hmm.
have the right talent to be able to bring anything to light, right? So I think my first belief is getting the team right, and then getting the team to believe in what you
Okay.
think. So
Okay.
basically fostering a culture of collective accountability, at the same time having a very clear um, empowerment for the team to be able to do what they once they believe in your vision,
Mm-hmm.
they would go all out to make that happen, right? So they
Correct.
should feel empowered about that they can do it, right? They don't
Mm-hmm.
have to have constraints around uh, once you have made them believe in these things. So I think my one of my things would be to help them eliminate any roadblocks in
Mm-hmm.
achieving what they want to achieve, right? And I think, of course, then holding accountable everybody, every role for what you have kind of put in place. Every team member has a role to play. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
chap day moment, right? So you have the team, and you have initially, when you come in, it's a chaos, and then you start building the team around you, and then you find people who believe in your vision, and then they start, you don't have to teach them then,
True.
it's like they swim in the
True.
water like a fish, right? So your job is only standing out like a coach and provide your
Mm-hmm.
shoulder when they're down, and then tap them up and then get them back into the things. I think those are so painting the bigger picture and then be a coach. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what my philosophy has been, and I think so far it's worked.
Now we will be moving towards a section called rapid fire round. It's a fun
Mhm.
round, it's entertaining, it's short, and it allows our viewers to know you as a person a little more. The only rule is we need to answer in one word.
Okay, nervous, but yes.
Sandeep, if you could have to have a dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Leonardo da Vinci.
Lovely. So, what's the last book you read?
The Power of Now. I believe it's
Mm-hmm.
written by Eckhart Tolle.
Mm-hmm.
It offers profound insights into the living in present, and then
Wow.
a bit of spiritual
Wow.
awakening.
I think that's a very different perspective. And also, if you follow the law of nature, nature allows you to be in the present moment. And,
Yeah.
you have certain energy, certain bandwidth, and that bandwidth, if you put it in this particular moment, I think that's when bring the best out of the life which is given to us. Thinking
Mm.
about the past and thinking about the future, it takes certain bandwidth, and then you are not 100% there, and hence your productivity is not 100%. Even if
Mm.
it is not productivity, but at least you're not living that 100% life. So it's very
Mm.
fulfilling when you are there, and living that moment, even if it is a boring moment, but you're just feeling that moment. I think
Yeah,
that's amazing. So what's that one thing that people would be surprised to know about you, Sandeep?
I'm an OTT Netflix binger.
Hmm. So what's that one thing that is still there in your bucket list?
Something that probably I will do it or not do it, I don't know, but it'll be trekking to the Everest base camp.
That's what I was saying, Sandeep, that I ask my team almost all the time whenever somebody joins that, do you have dreams? Without any explanation, then they share their professional dreams. Then I'm like, no, I'm just asking dreams. Share me anything. Then the actual wild dreams section that opens up. Some people still figuring out, and I encourage them, just dream. Okay, don't feel that it has to get connected with my current present reality. Just dream,
Mm.
because in dreams you don't have to match logically everything, and you
Yeah,
never know, you might reach there. So I feel that
yeah.
when you ignite that spark of dreaming, that opens up a lot of thing. It inspires you to work. So what's your favorite hobby outside of work?
I think reading books and photography would be two things that I really enjoy.
Nice. What's the best piece of advice you have ever received?
Oh, um, never stop learning and
Wow.
adapting, right?
Nice.
So it got extended to invest in relationships.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Ability to understand and speak any language.
So what's your favorite way to unwind? after a busy day?
Oh, I mean, I'm a quiet evening with family, watching a movie with popcorn and
Mm-hmm.
coffee
Oh,
or tea.
lovely.
I'm more of a tea person, yeah. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I think yeah, a little dinner with family outside.
Nice. Very nice. Okay, so we are out of the rapid fire round, Sandeep. And before we wind up, I want to understand from your side, what advice would you give for an aspiring marketing professional?
It's very dangerous to give advices these days, but I'll risk it by saying um, it's very important to have a relentless curiosity,
Mm-hmm.
right? And resilience to make what you believe happen,
Mm-hmm.
right? I would say curiosity and resilience are important traits, but at the same time, expand your knowledge, embrace new technologies, develop the understanding of your industry and your customers, um, cultivate strong communication skills, and lead with integrity. I think those are the few traits that I would leave, or few thoughts that I would want to leave with the marketers.
Throughout last 40 minutes, we had a great discussion about a lot of things we have touched in this short time, starting from working with different companies to different cultures to marketing strategies and to leadership to the personal side with the rapid fire round. And it was really wholesome, and we had a good time, Sandeep. And
Same
I'm
here.
glad that you have accepted this invitation and came here on Icons Behind Brand, shared your valuable insights with us. And it was incredible having you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me, Devleena.
So business folks, how was the video? I'm sure कि आपको ये वीडियो बहुत ही insightful and informative लगा होगा. Let us know in the comment section which part of the video you loved the most. Please do not forget to subscribe our YouTube channel Icons Behind Brands. That's all for today. I'm Devleena Neogi signing off until next time.